And so welcome to this very special edition of Talking Europe. Between the 22nd and the 25th of May, over 350 million EU citizens will be able to vote in the European elections, helping decide Europe's future. But in the last election in 2009, only 4 out of 10 French voters took part in the polls. In almost all the member states, turnout has been declining sharply over the last few years, showing that Europeans are growing increasingly disillusioned about the European project. But here at France 24, in 60 seconds, I'll start with you, Pervenche Berès.
This European election is really a chance for all French people because they have an opportunity to say what they think about Europe and that they want to change Europe. They want to get rid of Mr. Barroso, and I invite them to elect Martin Schulz that will help us to have another direction for Europe, for more growth and more job. And I think this is the critical moment to send to Brussels and to Strasbourg the people who are going to defend this line and who are going to help to change Europe.
Alain Lamassoure, representing the centre-right UMP, in 60 seconds, in what way is your party unique and different from all the others?
Well, it will be the first time when the citizens themselves will have not only to elect their members of parliament, but also the head of the European executive. So far, the president of the European Commission was a kind of high civil servant appointed by the governments, and now he will be elected through the parliament by the citizens themselves. And we, in the UMP, we want to use Europe in the matters where, if we want to be efficient and reach the critical mass, we need to take the main decisions at European level and no longer at national level, in very different fields, on energy, on immigration, on foreign policy, on defense. Now the main choices have to be made at this level.
Your candidate is Jean-Claude Juncker, a former Luxembourgish Prime Minister who also served as President of the Eurogroup. We'll talk about these candidates. Mr. Chauprade, it's your term. In what way is the Front National different from the other parties? What will you change in Europe?
Well, I will say it's a very different project because we want to rebuild completely the European construction based on sovereignty. We are fighting against an old system coming from the old war, the Cold War, and it's an old system that has failed. Europe is in bankruptcy. We have a massive unemployment rate. We have disindustrialization, a loss of employment, jobs, and problems of identities inside the different European communities. So our project is very simple. We want a new Europe, of course, a Europe based on cooperation, sovereignty. We want to move out from the single currency that has failed and that has deprived us from an essential tool which is to devaluate